Did it not? Was it not?
Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about counseling services here at Troy University. My guest today is a peer counselor with the Troy University Student Counseling Center, Miranda Carlee. Miranda, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for asking me to be here.
And as I mentioned, you're here with the Student Counseling Center. First and foremost, that may sound unfamiliar to some of the students here on campus because the center has recently taken a name change. Explain just a little bit briefly about what the new name is for the old entity that students are familiar with.
Right. Well, students may remember us as the SAVE Project and Personal Counseling Center, but we wanted to change our name to make it something more easy to understand so people can find us and know what we are here for. So that is why we've changed to the Student Counseling Center so that students know that's what we're here for. And
counseling is one of the priorities, and that's what we're here to talk about today, about the opportunities the center provides for students through counseling. Now, talk about a little bit, first off, what are some of the counseling services that you provide?
We provide services to students at the Troy campus. As long as you're enrolled in classes here, you can come see us for anything from stress to trouble with your classes, trouble with your family, trouble adjusting to college, eating disorders, mental illness, you name it, and we'll see you about it.
And now one of the other services you provide is grief counseling, and in recent events have brought up the need for grief counseling because there's loss in the community at any time, but sometimes students feel the need to seek out grief counseling. But tell me a little bit, what exactly would make someone, because we all grieve, what makes someone need to have counseling? What level does it take it to the point when someone might need to seek out a counselor to help them with the grieving process?
Right. Well, we all grieve differently, and I think that if you're trying to cope and you're doing healthy things for yourself and trying to express your feelings and nothing seems to be helping and you just feel very overwhelmed, that's probably a good time to consider seeking out professional help.
And of course, what level of grief would you say? What are some of the things that someone might experience if they're in the grieving process that may make them stop and think, you know what, I need some help? What are some things they might notice in their day-to-day life, that their routine changes and things of that sort, that may need to seek out some additional help?
If students find themselves having trouble getting out of bed, they're skipping classes oftentimes very sad, and start to drink or use drugs, or find themselves saying no to going out with their friends or being involved in activities, that's probably what I would say are some good signs.
And now, of course, there's opportunity to speak with counselors, and there are counselors available, but how would a student seek out counseling at the center, and how's that process work?
You can reach us at our phone number at 670-3700, or send us an email at save@troy.edu, or come by our location. We're located on 113 College Street, or College Drive.
College Drive, I believe, is the name of it. So, but it's right across from the Payton House, so people
right.
can know from there.
Students can come in, make an appointment, and see a counselor.
Okay, and if students need to see a counselor, it is by appointment, correct? You said you have to make an appointment, but sometimes there may be immediate needs, and is there a chance that if a student has an immediate need for counseling, they could just come and see someone?
Yes, if you feel like it's an emergency or a friend is in an emergency and you do need to be seen and you don't think you can make it to the next day, we will definitely see somebody.
And of course, we talked about grief counseling for an extended time, but you mentioned earlier there are other types of counseling that are done there. So if any time students may be feeling some grief issues now, but mental health issues, eating disorder issues, things of that sort, that's the kind of stuff they can come and see the counselors about as well, correct?
Absolutely.
And so now, once again, if students feel the need to talk to a counselor and they need to try to seek out some assistance, how long should a student feel a certain way before they start looking out for counseling? What's a good time frame that if they haven't started feeling better about something, they need to seek counseling?
There's not a specific time period, but if you are considering it and you're thinking, maybe I need to see someone about this, then I think that's a good enough sign to tell you that that's probably a good idea.
If there's just a question in your head, then you're thinking, well, why not? Let's seek out some counseling and seek out some help. And that's probably a good sign then, right?
Right.
Well, I was hoping that some students can take advantage of the counseling services at the newly named Student Counseling Center for an opportunity there. And once again, you're located on College, right across from the Payton House, and the number they can call
Is 670-3700.
All right.